What's going on? Today we're doing a guitar lesson tutorial of STP's Interstate Love Song. The first thing, your guitar is going to be in standard tuning, starting on the low string. It's going to be an E. Next string down is going to be an A, D, G, B, and E again. Okay, so we're going to jump into just a playthrough, and then we'll do a breakdown of the riffs that I play. Here we go. Okay, those are all of the guitar riffs I played for you here. The first riff you're going to start with is a C sharp minor chord. It's a bar chord. Starting on the A string, you're not playing the low E string, you're going to be playing a C sharp note, which is the 4th fret on that A string. So you're going to play C sharp here. You can play the 6th fret on the D and G string, play the 5th fret on the B string, and a 4 again on the high E string. And that is a C sharp minor. So that's your first chord. Next one is just a standard E chord. Basically the lowest position you can play an E chord. So that's going to be the 2nd fret on the A string and the D string, and 1st fret on the G string. Everything else is open. Your next chord is going to be an A chord, barred at the 5th fret, across all frets, or excuse me, across all strings. Now it's up to you if you want to play it open, that'll work too. So that's the way I play it. That's going to be the 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the A and D string, 6th fret on the G string, open B, and open E string. So the next chord here is the 4th fret on the E string, 6th fret on the A string, 4th fret again on the D string, 6th fret on the G string, and 4 on B and E. So you're going from this chord, which has a 4th in it, you're just resolving to a regular G sharp major chord. And that's just barring the 4th fret there. You're playing the major chord. Then you go back to an A chord. on the E chord. So this kicks us off into the pre-verse, and that's going to be the main riff, the riff everybody probably remembers the song for, which is... So that is me bending on the 2nd fret of the B string. Oh, excuse me. So I'm bending up half a step, half a tone to the D note, which is going to be basically the 3rd fret. It's the 3rd fret on the B string. And so when I hit that B string, I also hit the open E as well underneath it. So when I bend up to the 3rd fret, I'll basically hit those 2 strings again, and the second time I hit it, I'm doing a quick bend to 3rd and then release back to the 2nd fret. So it goes from, actually it starts on the 2nd, bends quickly up to 3rd and back to 2nd. So that's the 2nd time I hit it. So together, then I'll hit both of them open, the B and the E string open. So then after that, I hit the 2nd fret on the G string, and then the open E. Then after that, I go ahead and I'll do a hammer on from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret on the G string. Then the open B and open D, open B and open E after that. So together. Okay, so this next chord is just an E major. This chord here is 4th fret on the A string and the D string, 2nd fret on the D, open B and open E. Back to the E, this chord again, and then this is another variation of an E major chord. So how to play this is going to be the 7th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string, and 4th fret on the G string. You're going to play the B and the E open. Actually, you're going to play every other string you're going to play open. So together that sounds like... Okay, so now we're into the verse, and the verse is going to sound like, it's very similar to the intro where you're playing a C sharp minor chord. Now you're taking your pinky off of that 6th fret on the G string, and you're playing a 4th fret. Now you're making it a C sharp 7 chord. So you're going to play that chord first. This next chord's a little bit tricky. If you want to play the full chord, it's a bit tricky because you're going to play the 3rd fret on the A string here. You're going to play the 6th fret on the D, 5th fret on the G, 4th fret on the B, and if you can, play the 4th fret on the high E as well. I use my middle finger and I kind of just clamp it down on both strings. Pretty kind of tough to do. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just don't play that high string. Just play that 4th fret and don't worry about that high string. Just play that like this. But if you can, play both frets. That way you can just kind of not have to worry about what strings you're playing. You can just kind of worry about the strum pattern a little bit more. Oh. Let me see if I can play this right. There we go. So this next chord of the verse is going to be the 2nd fret on the A string. Let's see, 3rd fret on the D string, 1st fret on the G, and 2nd fret again on the B string and the open high E. The next chord chord here is 1 on the A string, 2nd fret on D, 1st fret on G, 2nd fret again on G, and a high E. Excuse me, not G. It's going to be B. I'm getting my strings mixed up. B and an open high E. This chord here is basically a variation of this A chord, which I don't remember what this one was called, but I think it's an A9, I'm not sure. But this chord here is basically a play off of that one. So 2nd fret on the D string. First of all, open A, 2nd fret on D, 4th fret on G, 5th on B, and open high E. So I'll play that chord. Next chord, everything's the same, but I'm moving the 5th fret on that B string to a 4.